Hey guys, so recently I've been smoking the vapes, and you have to understand that I was a cigarette smoker and stuff. And because I was smoking cigarettes, you have to understand I was smoking cigarettes for around 10 years of my life. And you have to understand something about cigarettes that cigarettes stain your teeth, cigarettes make you worse in your health, and cigarettes are known in terms of life to make you feel crappier, to make you feel less in life. And you have to understand that as soon as I switched to the vapes, what happened was I started to feel much better about myself. My teeth I promise you, my teeth are looking whiter. I'm feeling much better as a person. I feel more space in my life. And you have to understand that life is something that attracts, okay? So you have to always attract yourself in a way that you're going to do some work, that you have to understand to believe in yourself every single day, that you have to do something that's going to help people. And now, on your way to the top, I promise you're going to feel alone. Many people are not going to believe in you. I promise you, many people are not going to support you. But you still have to believe in yourself. You still have to give as much content as possible into the planet. And many people are not going to follow you. And you have to understand why. The reason that they don't follow you is because they don't believe in you. They don't believe that you have something special. But the thing is that when you remain consistent, okay, when you remain so consistent online and you post a lot of content anyway, I promise you someone out there is going to see this. And this person is going to get an idea from you. And when this person gets an idea from you, that's when they start changing. Because if they don't change, they're going to die. You understand? And the thing is that nobody dies in life. I promise you, people live on. But how you think about it can be killing you. So you have to understand that you have to perceive things in a good way. You have to always understand that you have to have the power inside of you. And the power inside of you right now is something that attracts everything that you ever want. So you have to understand that as you go along speaking words and speaking through life, you have to understand that you have to document things down. You have to write as much content down as possible so that you can understand how to do things, so that you can understand how to move forward. And now, never have anything against anybody, but make sure that you're just trying to help. Yes, and stick to helping people in some kind of way. Try to give people ideas as much as possible about you and about the world. And when you do this, I promise you, things start to open up in life. And now you have to understand that many people don't believe in me. You understand? Many people don't believe that I have something special. Many people don't believe that I can teach them something in life. Because they don't believe in themselves. You understand? Because the thing is that they're always running for knowledge. People are always running for knowledge. And they always want more knowledge. But because there's so much knowledge in the world, then that's why people are not following you. You understand? Because there's so much knowledge out there. So people have to do something in life to be successful every single day. You have to understand, you have to speak from the feeling, you have to speak from the heart, you have to do what you can in the world. You understand? And you have to help God in some kind of way. But the most thing that you have to do all the time is help yourself and God. Yes, and the thing is that when you help yourself and God to do everything that you can do, I promise you things start opening up in different ways. But the thing is that you have to always help yourself. You understand? Help yourself in ways that grow. You understand? You have to grow in different ways all the time. You have to be learning things that you've never learned before. You have to understand how to speak your own words. And when you start attracting things much more in your life, you're going to understand some things about experience and about life. But the thing is that you have to always understand how to do things and how to move forward in your life. So I always, every single day, I try to do as much content as possible. I try to write down quotes as much as possible when I can. I try to write some music here and there. And I'm always trying to give some ideas into the planet. Because I understand that my world thrives on ideas. And when I get ideas from the world and I give it back, I start helping in different kind of ways. And all I'm trying to do really is I'm trying to spread knowledge. And when I spread when I spread a lot of knowledge in the world, people start to think something. You understand? They start to manifest their dreams. They start to help themselves because they see it through me. But what do I mean? I mean that when I start helping people, then people can see how much I'm helping. And you have to understand that no matter if you're single or if you're not single, you still have to help the world. You still have to, every single day, believe in yourself. And you have to realize that recently I was in my bed and I was just laying down and I was speaking to myself in this calm tone, a very calm tone. And I'm thinking about everything here. And I'm just going and I'm going with the flow. I'm trying to feel my life. I'm trying to feel where I'm at. I'm trying to size up life. And the more I speak to myself on a daily basis, the more I believe in myself. It's just amazing what you can do in this world if you understand how to do so. And now, do I understand how to live life? I understand to some level how to live my life. But I don't know. You understand? But the thing is that you have to realize I'm always learning. I'm always growing. I'm always believing in knowledge. You understand? But the knowledge that I believe in is the knowledge that I create. Do you understand? Something about my own philosophy about life I have to give. And when I give this philosophy to people, I start believing in myself even more. And I start attracting even better things in my life. And even though my life is not going perfect, my life is still going, you understand? My life is ongoing. My life is always going upward. I'm always never going backward. I'm always going forwards. And that's how life is meant to be. Life is meant to be changing in your life. You're always meant to be changing as an individual. And the thing is that when you change as an individual, you start experiencing different things. And when you experience different things, you start going in new directions. So you have to realize that it's all about mindset. You know, so you have to learn a mindset and you have to give it as much as possible. So whether you do it in audio programs like I do, or video programs, or through photos, or through quotes, or through writing books or ebooks, you have to understand you have to do something with your life. You have to help the world in some kind of way. And the thing is that I don't want you going and working for other people. I want you to work for yourself. You understand? I want you to have this massive world, okay? And the thing is that, yes, it's good to work for humanity, you understand? But the thing is that I don't want you to be a slave to humanity. I want you to work for God. I want you to understand that there's a better life waiting for you. You have to understand, I'm not a slave to humanity, you understand? The thing is that I try to work for God. And because I work for God, I help myself in different ways. And the thing is that I always help myself to do something to help humanity. But I don't look at myself as a slave. I don't try to be a slave. I try to be of service. And when I help the world in some kind of way, I feel much better for it. I feel that I've done something, that I've accomplished something. And because I always try to accomplish more in my life. Just look at Novak Djokovic, for example. He's almost going to win the 23rd Grand Slam in his life. And he's in the final with, I don't know who, but the thing is that he's in the final of the French Open now. And the thing is that he's believing in himself. He thinks he can win it. You understand? You have to always think that you can win. You understand? You have to understand. You always have to be a winner. You have to think that you can win. That you can win over life. That you can help yourself in some kind of way to do something that other people have not done. If you look at my social media and what I've done on my social media, I promise you someone out there can see what I've done. That's the main thing, that people can see what I've done. And you have to understand, I started my business at 25 years of age. I'm 31 now. And it's been a long journey since that time. And the things that have changed in my life have been experiences, life experiences. I've just changed into the experiences. I've experienced something different that other people have not experienced yet. And I've done something that other people have not done. I've spoken words in different ways. I've given ideas in different ways. I've given information in different ways. I've experienced life differently. And there's only one Danny Milivojevic, I promise you. But the thing is, you have to realize that no matter what you are doing in life, you always have to understand there's always more. There's always more that you can do. And the more you do, the better for you. But I also see how tired I've been of life. I see how tired I am. You understand? I'm not tired. You understand? I'm not tired. But sometimes it feels like I'm so tired. You understand? And now am I in misery? I'm not misery. I'm not unhappy. But the thing is that when I've been working and I've been working and working and working, sometimes I feel like I need some kind of rest. You understand? Like I need a rest. And it's like, I understand how much I can do. I can do so much for this world. But then once you do something, it's like you don't get appreciated by people. You understand? It's like you make this content for people and people are just not searching up for it. You understand? But the thing is that the more you post online, the more someone is watching. You understand? Someone out there is watching. Someone out there every now and then is going on your YouTube channel. I promise you, someone out there is going on your social media to see exactly what you've been up to. So you have to understand that the whole point is to always update the world. You understand? Update the world about you. And now if they hate you for updating them, then they hate God. You understand? You have to realize that if they go against you, they go against God. Yes, and you have to realize if they go against you, they go against themselves. So the thing is that the best thing for you to do in life is stay away from people. Trust me. The thing is that it's nice to have popularity and stuff, and it's nice to help the world. But the thing is that what you need to realize about the world around you is that you need more knowledge. You need more ideas, more common sense. And you have to always understand how to never regret your life. So you always have to move forward with everything you do. And the more you can speak words into the planet, the better you're going to become in all areas of your life. But the thing is that I see how people view me online and stuff. And it's more how you have to realize that many women try to find the dream guy, you understand? And many men try to find the dream woman. But the thing is that they have to look at themselves for that. You understand? I promise you, what they're looking for is themselves. They're looking for themselves. And they're trying to find themselves in other people. But the thing is that you can never find yourself in other people. You understand? You can only find yourself in yourself. So the thing is that I've realized something, and I've realized that my woman that I'm looking for is me. You understand? I am my woman. I'm the dream woman that I'm looking for. And my spouse and my marriage and everything I have in life and my kids is all with me. Because I believe so. I believe that I have the words to speak. And because I have so much words to give every single day, I have a lot of potential. You understand? I have lots of freedom in my life. But that's because I created that. And now no matter what other people are speaking about me in life, you have to realize it's either good or bad. And now if people are speaking bad of me, then people are speaking bad of themselves. Because what you say about me comes back around. You have to realize you have to be careful about how you speak about other people. You always have to speak on the positive side. You understand? You have to talk good of people. Because if you want to be good, you have to talk good. You understand? So if you speak good about people, you speak good about yourself. And you have to realize that the truth always comes out. You understand? I promise you, recently, you have to understand, people were adding me to groups and stuff, and I was sending them content. And you have to understand, everything goes away, you understand? But then everything comes back around and comes back to you. You understand? So you have to realize that if you follow someone, then that person has to help you. Yes, and you can't rely on other people to make your life. You have to make your life. You have to make your life alone, and you have to make your life with people. Okay, but you must never lie. Okay, you must never lie about your life. You must never hide the truth. You must expose people. You must expose life. You must expose everything. Because when you expose everything, you expose yourself. You understand? And when you expose yourself as much as you can only ever shine. You can only ever become even greater. Because as much as you expose about yourself, the better it is. But the thing is that you have to realize, you only ever expose yourself. You understand? Try to expose yourself as much as possible. Because everything is you. People is you. Everything is you. You understand? But if you expose knowledge, I'm pretty sure everything you have. You have to realize, you have to understand the truth. The truth will set you free. And what is the truth for me? Apparently, the truth for me is what is. You understand? Something that is. So whatever I get from life, or whatever type of information I get in life, I just say that's what is. You understand? And what is always stands for that. So you have to realize that you have to make up your own truth about life. You understand? You can't find the truth in other people. You can only find the truth in yourself, because you can only ever see your own life. You have to mind your own business. You understand? And when you mind your own business about life, things happen for a reason. And lots of things are happening in daily life. And you have to make up the sequence. You have to make something come true for you. So the more content you put out there into the marketplace, the more it comes back around in good thoughts. And you have to understand that every thought is a good thought. You understand? But the thing is, you have to always perceive things as good. You understand? And when you perceive things as good, no matter how bad it is, then you're always going to be good. You understand? Because if you perceive something as bad, then you're becoming a bad person. You have to realize that. And every single day you have to understand, I can teach people a lot of things about life because I believe in myself. Because I have a lot of things to say. I have a lot of things to do in my life. I have always better things to do. You understand? That's how I think about life. I always have something better to do. And when I always have something better to do, I try to find something to do. I try to find something much better. I try to go on the positive side. I try to give as many ideas as possible. And that, I find, helps me to live life. So, the thing is that you have to keep believing. Yes, and you have to keep believing in yourself. You have to keep believing in the world. But what kind of world am I talking about? I'm talking about your world. Yes, and you have to believe in your world. And your world is you. Yes, and here, all that information that you have now is you, bro and sister. So what I'm trying to say, brother and sister, is every single day understand that there's more to life. There's more to everything that you need to do. And you have to understand, you have to put everything into perspective these days. And what I mean is, you have to always put it into words. Put life into words, just like I'm doing here for you. You have to understand, I'm putting perspective in mind. I'm putting mind over matter. You understand? And the more I put mind over matter, the more I understand my mind. You understand? But what does that mean anyway, mind over matter? Well, for me, it means just put yourself first. You understand? Put yourself first and put God with you. You understand? And when you understand every single day that you have to understand there's always a better mind that you can have. You have to understand that no matter what you do in life, never seek to have problems in life. Never seek for problems. Never go toward problems. Go towards solutions. You understand? This whole audio program has been a solution to something. And when you go on a journey somewhere, you live your life, live the best life you can. And every single day you have to understand that there's always more to say, there's always more to do, there's always more life in you. Yes, and you have to believe in that. You have to believe there's always more life in you. And you have to understand that the more life you have in life, the more you can do. So you always have to understand that no matter what you're doing, no matter how much exercise you are doing, or no matter how in shape you are, if you're not helping other people, then what are you doing it for? And then you have to realize many people go gym, many people exercise, but are they teaching other people something here? You have to realize you have to teach people, you understand? You have to teach people based on your life. And the more you can put your life online, the more you can showcase your skills, the more you can showcase who you are, the more people will see exactly your trend, okay? So if you look at my social media and what I've done online, you understand I put a lot of work into it. Yes, I put lots of work into it. I put 6 years of work into it. And you have to understand how much I've done in these 6 years. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, trust me. It doesn't seem like a lot of work, but the thing is that you have to realize if you were in my shoes, I promise you it feels like a lot of work. You understand? But the thing is that there's a lot of work to do in the next 6 years and in the next 6 years. So in the next 30 years of my life, I promise you I've got lots of work to do every single day. I have lots of words to speak. I have lots of experiences to experience. I have lots of places to travel to. I have a new life ahead of me. And I understand how it is to public speak in front of people, for example, because I've got experience. And now I've got my experience from busking performances. And because I public speaked in front of people at busking services, in front of people, so I was a busker. And a busker means that when you go on the street and you start public speaking and preaching on the street in front of people, I've done that for over 260 hours. You understand? And you have to realize that because I did all this kind of content in front of people, I now have the confidence that I can stand up in front of people. I can speak all day long. Yes, I can talk about things and strategies and business-wise things that people can deliver on their content, that people can see what I'm doing, that they can get something from me in terms of an idea and go home a better person. I promise you. But the thing is that now, since I've done so much content online and stuff, I see how much slow it's going. I see how slow the process is. And now, of course, I'm picking up pace every single day. I'm doing much more. But it's such a slow process. You have to realize. I understand some people want to be so popular. You understand? They want to be so popular. But the thing is, you have to realize that the thing is, you have to help people who are closer to you. Help those people who are closer to you. So, for example, what I do on social media every single day, I have 2 accounts that I'm active on. And I'm active on my Danny Milivojevic account, and I'm active on my Luscious Models account. And you have to realize that my Luscious Models account, I promote women. So what I think is attractive about women, I promote that. And on my Danny Milivojevic account, I just brand Danny Milivojevic. Yes, and just do as many fashion photos as I can. And I try to post inside of my stories as much as I can. And then on Snapchat, I post all my content as much as possible. And you have to realize I'm just trying to always post lots of content because I understand somehow that I'm helping someone. Because people are coming up on my social media to check my stuff. But those are the people I need to help. You know, and those people who come to me, those are the people I help. And now understand, if you want to help yourself to expand your business, you have to expand more on social media. And you have to understand also to post as much content on social media as possible so that people can see that you're working, that people can see that you're doing something on social media to help people. And the more you help yourself to grow as a person, the better you are in every single area of your life. So I'm understanding everything has a purpose to it, you know. And so the reason they go to the gym and the reason they help people is for a reason. Yes, and they try to benefit themselves in some kind of way. They try to look in shape. They try to get some information so that they can give it to people. I understand they're trying to build this kind of real estate of knowledge. You understand? I understand that. But the thing is that what I've come to realize recently is my best exercise in life is the words I speak. And as long as I can give content into the marketplace as much as possible, that's all I need to do. You understand? And now I understand how many attractive women there are in the planet, how many attractive people there are. But the thing is that those ones that want to be with me are the most attractive to me. You understand? And you have to realize every single day, I understand who's attractive and who's not. You understand? But the thing is that everybody's attractive in some kind of way. And every single day, I'm always understanding more about what I can do and how I can do something to help in some kind of way. And I always have to understand there's always more of a mindset I can have. That there's always more to say, that there's always more to do. There's apparently that there is always more to deliver upon. And you have to understand that there's always people coming down in your area to speak about things. And you can go to these seminars and you can get the information. And they're just going to tell you what I'm telling you. You understand? They're just going to say post on social media. Post a lot of content on social media. Make your own legacy. That's all they're going to say. You understand? And they might give you some background info about that, or they might go more into detail, but it all comes down to legacy. Do you understand? They're just saying improve your legacy. That's all they're saying. You understand? So you have to understand, by this information, you never have to go to a seminar ever again. You understand? That all they're going to say is improve your legacy. Improve your business. That's it. You understand? And you have to realize that there's so much information out there, but it's not their information that makes you. It's your information. You have to deliver on your own information, just like I've delivered for you in this program information. Where did it come from? Where did this information come from? It came from me. Yes, and I didn't copyright anything except for my content. Yes, and you have to understand, I don't copy people. Yes, and I don't copy people. I copy myself. I become original in what I say. This content came from me. Yes, and it came from my personal background, from who I am. And you have to understand, I don't go trying to copy other people's quotes. You understand? I try to get people's quotes. I try to give it to other people. You understand? But the thing is that I try to make my own quotes as well. You understand? And now I don't try to get credit for other people's work. You understand? But the thing is that you have to realize that I'm trying to always deliver on information in some kind of way. And I'm always trying to get information and give it. That's all I'm trying to do. You understand? I'm not trying to be someone else. You understand? I'm trying to be myself as much as possible. I'm trying to deliver on something. And you have to understand, I can see how people are and how many people believe in me right now. You understand? And the truth is that I'm the only one that believes in myself the most. You understand? And God. God believes in me more than I do in myself. You understand? But the thing is, you have to realize that the more you believe in yourself, the more you can go places, the more you can do things. And now you have to realize that you have to stay away from people who don't want your knowledge. So if someone says, don't teach me anything, I promise you, stay away from these people. I promise you, these people are very ignorant about you and your greatness because they don't want your knowledge. They're telling you, don't give me knowledge. Imagine that. They don't want your knowledge. They don't want a part of you. Yes, and you have to realize, let it be that way. You just go somewhere else. You understand? You have to realize life is how it goes. Yes, and you have to understand every single day, no matter what happens, you have to always, every single day, do as much as you can for yourself and other people. And now, only ever go the new way, go the new direction in everything you do. Because you have to realize that there is no shortcut. But this audio program is also a shortcut. Yes, and it's also something from experience that I'm teaching you, that you can go a faster direction in everything you're doing. And you can go also the better direction is what I mean. Never go the faster direction, go the better direction. You understand? And you have to understand every single day that the best way is always the best way. You understand? So there's always more to say and there's always more to do, but you have to understand, never ridicule you. You understand? What that means is never criticize you. You understand? Make sure you understand that you have to learn from your criticism. You have to understand that you are your biggest critic, okay? But make sure you never judge yourself about what you do. You understand? Never judge other people for what they do. You have to realize everything's for the common good, okay? And now, do you have to have good judgment in life? You have to have good judgment, you understand? But the thing is, never judge, you understand? And when this means never criticize anything, you understand? Never go to the pig and say, fat pig, you understand? Never go and kick the pig, for example. You have to realize, never cause violence. Never try to label anything about life. You understand? Try to be untouchable in your words. Try to be understanding that no matter what comes to you in terms of information, that you use it to your advantage. Don't use information against people. Try to help them with the information they gave you. You understand? Try to level up through the information. So you have to understand that whatever happens in life, think good of everything. You understand? And when you think good of a lot of things in life and about life, you think good things start to happen in your life. And you have to understand that everyone's going to think different about you. You understand? And you cannot change people and how they think. You understand? They have to change themselves and how they think. Do you know why? Because it's very hard to change people. But it's not hard to change yourself. And now this is why it's hard to change people. Because how can you talk words? I promise you, you can talk words. But the thing is, how can you force them to talk their own words? You can't force people to talk their own words. They have to talk on their own. You understand? They have to speak their own words for themselves. They have to make a life for themselves. You have to understand, you can only give them knowledge, but you can't change them. You understand? They can only change themselves. I promise you, when I quit smoking, nobody forced me to quit smoking except me. But the thing is that I only ever quit smoking because I changed to the vape. But I've done it also, I've quit smoking before without vapes. You understand? Now, I understand that no matter what, you have to realize that it doesn't make me a bad person. You understand? Nothing makes me a bad person because I choose not to be a bad person. You understand? And you have to realize that because I choose not to be a bad person, I'm always doing good things. I'm always trying to help in some kind of way. I'm always trying to force myself to help myself. And you have to understand, I have to force myself to grow. I have to force myself every single day to speak words, to be my feelings, to eat healthier, to make sure I'm always living the greatest life I can live. I understand I'm not perfect. If you look at my social media, look at my body, look at how I look, I'm not perfect. You understand? I have flaws, man. You have to understand, things are not perfect in life. You understand? Nobody's perfect. But everyone can see how attractive I am. Everyone can see how attractive I am by the way I speak words in this audio program. That's my attractiveness. You understand? How I speak words is my attractiveness. And you have to understand that I'm only ever doing good things for the planet as much as possible. I'm trying to learn from every situation possible. I'm trying to make common sense of everything. I'm trying to guide myself through information. Yes, but I believe in myself. I believe that I can live a long life. I believe that I can never die. And I try to do as much work in the planet as possible. But because I do a lot of work for myself personally, I'm always trying to do more. I'm always trying to I'm always trying to level myself up. And the more I level myself up, the better I get. You understand? But there's lots of work to do. You understand? And people think that they have to go work 9 to 5, for example, and then they stop working. You don't stop working, guys. You never stop working. You keep working. Once you finish the 9 to 5, work on your side hustle. Work on your business. Work on something else in your life. Work on yourself. You know, since some people go 9 to 5 and then they go gym to work on themselves. Some people work 9 to 5 and then they work in other areas of their life that they can develop themselves. But the thing is, you have to understand, you have to work on something. Yes, and you have to always work on your business. Don't just work for other people's businesses. Work for your own business as well. Try to make yourself a business. Try to be someone. Try to stand out. Look at how I stand out on social media. I have a blue check mark, for example. You understand? I hear many people may say, "Oh, big deal, Danny, you got a blue check mark." Yeah. You have to realize something about blue check mark. It helps me to stand out. It helps me be a premium account. It helps me also to have more security on my account, which means that less people are likely to hack my account because I have so much invested in my Instagram. I have so much invested in my social media. And you have to realize that I try to have extra security in my life so that I have a business, so that I still do something every single day on this account, so that I can still help people with these accounts. You understand? And you have to understand, imagine you invested lots of time into your Instagram and someone hacked your Instagram and deleted it. You'd feel travesty. You understand? You would feel the worst. That's why I became a premium account. And now I have a 2-factor code, which means that every time I log in, I go on my application, for example, and it gives me a certain number every 30 seconds. And I type in the number quickly and I log in. You understand? And every single 30 seconds, that number's changing. That's a 2-factor code, 2-step code. You understand? And that's extra security on my account. just in case, you understand? And I pay for my account. You understand? I pay every single month $25 to be a blue check mark. But the thing is, you have to realize that the thing is, that's my business. Yes, and yes, fashion photos is my business. Hey, I don't consider myself a fashion model, but I am a fashion statement. You understand? I don't even know what fashion is anymore. You understand? You have to realize that I just go and fashion myself. You understand? I don't know what anything is. You understand? I don't even know what I speak of, but I try to make common sense of it. I try to every single day live a great life as much as possible. And I try to do things for God. I try to help God. I try to grow God. I try to show God how I think. And when I do this, I help humanity. Yes, and I show humanity, and that's how I show God. Yes, and so the thing is that you have to realize that it's a lot of work to be able to speak your own words. Yes, it's a lot of work to be able to understand how you speak, to be able to understand how to speak. Yes, and it's a lot of work to understand exactly the mindset that you need to have. Yes, and because there's a lots of information out there. Yes, and you have to pick your information wisely. Yes, and you have to pick the information wisely, and then you have to give it to other people, and then that becomes your philosophy. What you speak about is your philosophy. You understand? And you have to understand that if you're not making a name for yourself, then someone else is. You understand? Someone else is making a name for themselves. But you have to understand also that you have to make a name for yourself. And now you don't have to, but then apparently if you don't make a name for yourself, then you'll always be a slave to humanity. You understand? But if you make a name for yourself, and then you start public speaking in front of people, you're making events, you're DJing in front of people, your music production in front of people, or whatever, you have to realize whatever it is that you do with your talents, you have to make a name for yourself in that. Yes, and you have to stand for something. The same as all these soccer players are trying to make a name for themselves. Celebrities are trying to make a name for themselves. Singers are trying to make a name for themselves. Actors are trying to make a name for themselves. You understand? Everyone's trying to make a name for themselves regardless of what's happening. You understand? Everyone's trying to make something come true for them. You understand? So it's who can stand out the most. You understand? And if you stand out the most, you gave out the most ideas in the planet. So it always comes back around. People are going to speak good about you because you're doing good things. You understand? So every single day, focus on the good. Focus on your life. Focus on a better way of doing things. Make sure you sleep better. Make sure you live better. You understand? Make sure you be more awake in life. You understand? Figure it out on your own. Figure out what you need to do with your life. And the only way you can do this is by making content. Just like Tony Robbins said, when you do audio programs, when you're doing live coaching programs, or when you're doing video programs, or whatever you do, plan ahead. Plan your life while doing it. You understand? I'm planning my life right now. As I'm doing this, I'm planning how I think. I'm planning my thoughts. I'm planning my life. But I'm speaking to you with everything. You understand? I'm never speaking against myself. You understand? I'm always speaking with myself. I'm always taking myself on a journey. You understand? Because you have to realize I never take away my life. I never take away anything from me. I always add on to me. I add knowledge onto myself. I understand that my knowledge is my armor. You understand? And nobody can touch me except for me. You understand? And you have to realize that I'm untouchable. You understand? I understand that no matter what you throw at me, I'll always learn from it. You understand? I always learn from knowledge. And that way I become indestructible. Nobody can touch me. You understand? Because I'm unshakable. And that's how I live my life. I live in an unshakable way. And then every single day I try to do more. I move with the waves. I fly with the ocean. I fly with the stars. I grasp the knowledge. I give it. Yes, and I help myself in every single kind of way possible. And I try to use metaphors, I try to use alliteration, I try to use everything in my life to my advantage. I try to, every single day, understand exactly what I need to do about my life. And then I do it. I try to coach people, because you have to realize that the more I coach people online and the more I coach people as much as possible, the more I understand what to say in front of people when I public speak in front of people. And then you never know what's going to happen. I might never, unfortunately, I might never public speak in front of people. You understand? But the thing is that I am a public speaker. You understand? And now if someone invites me over to public speak or on an interview somewhere, I'd be glad to. You understand? I just do it for free. But the thing is, you have to realize that no matter what happens, there's always opportunity. Just create your own opportunity about everything you do. So every single day you have to understand that there's always more to life, and you have to understand no matter what, you always have to have a rich mindset. Yes, and you have to every single day think about strategies, think about brainstorming your life, think about ideas, write thousands of ideas down. Do you understand? Give it to others. You understand? I'm making 100 quote books. Now, 100 doesn't seem like a lot of books. You understand? But the thing is, you have to realize 100 quote books, and 100 quote books have 1001 quotes each in each book. You understand? And now it's a big journey for me. You have to realize I want to accomplish this in my life. I want to stand for someone who's done that in life. Because if you don't recognize it, then God will. You understand? You have to realize that's why I'm saying I am always doing more, and I'm going to always accomplish my goals. I'm always going to get there because I have a focus. I have focus on it. Because I focus myself upon it, I always achieve it. You understand? What you focus on consists. You understand? And what focus you have in life has to be consistency, but it has to be something that you grow with. You understand? You have to consist of something. You understand? You have to be little particles of knowledge. You understand? But the thing is, you have to realize that your knowledge, you have to use it to give. You understand? You give the knowledge to people. You give ideas. You make stars from it. You make everything come true from it. And the more you understand your mindset, the better you get. You understand? And you have to understand every single day there's always more to do. You always have to coach people. You always have to do more. And you always have to understand there's always more of a life you can have. You understand? But you have to give these ideas to people. No matter who's listening. You understand? Never worry about who's listening to you. You understand? Just make sure every single day that you are doing you. You understand? You listen to you. And that's that. I promise you, as long as you're listening to yourself, nothing else matters. You understand? You have to realize every single day, understand that only more can matter to you when you matter to yourself. You understand? But you have to understand, have more matters in life in a way that you have more of a mind. You understand? And now always understand mind over matter, which means make sure you have a great mind. That's all it means. Have a great mind and understand that if you have a matter to solve, make sure you become a solutionist. Make sure you solve all the matters of the world. You understand? Solve as many puzzles as you can. And you have to always deliver upon your promises. You have to deliver upon what you say. You understand? If you say something, you have to be doing it. You understand? You have to live your experience. You have to live your talk. You have to understand every single day, try to grow stronger as a human. Try to grow stronger as a human being. You understand? Try to every single day gain strength from people, gain strength from everything around you. You understand? Go into silence. Have a lot of rest in life. You understand? You have to have rest. But you have to be working also. You understand? And now it's not bad to have a rest. You understand? God rested also on the seventh day. You understand? After he created the world for 6 days, on the seventh day he rested. That's the Sabbath day. You have to rest as well. It's a good thing to rest. Have a rest. That's why I've been feeling so tired lately. And it's not that I've been feeling tired, it's more I've been resting. Yes, I've been resting. And that's why, because recently I finished my 2 albums, I finished 2 music albums, and for 14 days I rested without doing music production. And in this time, I did lots of content in other ways, but I rested from music production. And then I was telling myself, but why didn't I do music? But why didn't I do music? Why wasn't I doing music in this time? But then I realized I've been resting. I've been resting from it. It's like it's enough. When it's enough, you just rest. And then when you feel you need more, then you go and do more. And now I understand how it is when you're 6 years into your work and your business and not many people are following you. You understand? And not many people believe in you either. I understand how it is. I've been through that process where 6 years of my life doing content, posting it up online, and not many people believing in me, not many people following me, not many people caring about me. You understand? I understand how it is. I've been through that process. But now things are starting to change, man. Apparently now things are paying off in my life. I have a new idea I gave to people today. You have to realize this idea that people understand about me. It's just over the moon now about what I've done on social media. And they see how much work it is and they see what they have to do. You understand? And it's more how they're starting to appreciate me. You understand? They're starting to credit me now. They're starting to care about me. You understand? Because I'm doing all this work. And they see it, but they don't know it. You understand? And you have to realize every single day that the more you do in the planet, the more you're showing God your strength, the more you're showing God what you do and how you do it, and the more it comes back around. You understand? And you have to understand you have to do good things in the world every single day, doing as much good things as possible, living your life the best way, understanding there's always more to do, coaching as much as possible. Coach people. Be a coach of some kind. Coach people how to paint, coach people how to do anything in life. Just say how to do this, how to do that, how to do this. And eventually you get somewhere. Just like I got somewhere in this audio program. Yes, and I got somewhere with this. Everything I've been speaking to you in this audio program, I've been planning myself to do even better. You understand? I've been planning to do much better. I've been strategically thinking and speaking in this audio program. And you have to understand, I've been speaking smart. I've been speaking smart. Sorry, I've been speaking smart. You understand? I'm a smart person to be around. And you have to realize that with everything I've done, you have to realize who my true friends are in life. Just me. You understand? I am my only true friend in life, and God. You understand? I promise you. Everything else is knowledge, and knowledge is a good thing. You have to realize everything is knowledge. Knowledge is my best friend. You understand? Knowledge. I make my life with knowledge. This whole audio program has been knowledge. Knowledge of some kind. Knowledge of Danny Milivojevic. You understand? I'm out there in the world. You understand? Someone's listening to this audio program now. And you have to understand every single day that no matter what, I just sold 14 copies inside of my account, for example. So 14 people bought my books. You understand? So because it's written, that's what happened. And you have to realize everything's written all the time. And you have to understand every single day, no matter what happens, just always believe in yourself. Believe in everything you do. You understand? And you have to understand, when you make books, you have to sell your copies. You have to sell everything you have as much as possible. Try to price tag it, give a price on it, and sell it. You understand? And you have to understand, it's not a bad thing to sell things. I'm selling you on this audio program. Your time is valuable to me. You understand? So I want to make sure that with your time, I give you as much value as I can so that you have for your life, so that you have something of great material that you can help yourself with. I'm trying to show you all my ideas in one audio program. But there's always more to do, and there's always more to say. So you always have to stick to knowledge. Stick to as much knowledge as you can, but try to change with the time. Try to change your mindset. Try to change the things you're doing in your daily life. Change up your lifestyle. Change up your schedule. Change up your sleeping pattern. Change up your waking life. Change up yourself. You understand? And the more you change everything in your world, the more you're going to experience. That's what we want. We want you to experience life. You understand? And when I say we, I say me and God. You understand? God and I. We want you to do better. Every single day you have to understand, work as a team with God. Work as a team with yourself and everything. You understand? Try to every single day help as much individuals as possible and try to leave a legacy in this world. Try to leave a mark on this world that you've been here, that you've touched somebody, that you've helped somebody and their kids and their kids' for generations. You understand? That's the richness, that's legacy, that's everything in this world. You understand? So you have to realize every single day, make sure you touch people's hearts, touch as many people as possible every single day with your knowledge, with your mindset. But you have to believe in yourself. Look at how I believe in myself in this audio program by speaking these words. You understand? I'm not speaking fast. I'm not speaking slow either. You understand? But I'm just going at a steady pace. You understand? Just steady but learning from everything. And I'm not slow, I'm not fast. You understand? But I'm trying to go as slow as I can so that I can help you. You understand? And now that's the way to go about it. You understand? Just go as slow as you can in life, but learn. You understand? Learn from everything you're saying. Don't speak too fast. You understand? Make sure people can catch up to you. You understand? Make sure of your life. You understand? You understand? Make sure that you are sure about things in terms of common sense. But then make sure that you don't know about anything. What I'm saying is be certain about your life. Be certain of the direction that you're going in. Be certain of your confidence. Be certain of who you are. You understand? You have to be certain. And when you be certain, you have to understand you'll never fall into uncertainty. You understand? But you have to realize also, you have to understand something, that everyone's uncertain to some point about their life. You understand? Because nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. You understand? So am I uncertain about life? I promise you, there's always uncertainty in life. You understand? You always have to understand that you have to deliver upon your information, but you have to make common sense of it. You understand? And you have to be certain about that. You have to be certain that you can make more knowledge in your life, that you can make a legacy, that you can be certain on things to be able to do action, to be able to have a process in mind, to be able to do things. You understand? Because when you're certain that you can do it, then you'll do it. But when you're uncertain, then you won't do it. You understand? So when you become certain about things start to happen. You understand? I'm certain about this audio program. That's why I'm doing it. I'm certain about it. I'm certain about what I say. You understand? But I just don't know it. You understand? But even though, because I'm certain about it, that's why I'm doing it. You understand? And that's why if I was uncertain about what to say, if I was uncertain about anything in this audio program, I would not be doing it. You understand? But because I'm certain about things that I say, then you have to realize that's why I do it. You understand? And what I do is what I am in life. You understand? How I speak is how I live life. And the more you live life, the better you're going to do things, the more you're going to go places, you're going to live a great life. And you have to realize many people are not going to believe in you. I promise you, I believe in you. I believe you can do it. You understand? And you'll hear some information out there and people will say they believe in you, they believe in you, they believe in you. But where are they going to be in your life? You understand? They're only going to be with you in spirit. You understand? You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself that you can do it, that you can make it in life, that you can make knowledge come true for yourself, that you can give as many ideas as possible in the planet. This has been a 1-hour program from Danny Milivojevic. I hope you have enjoyed. Please share it around, and I hope to see you in the next videos to come.